What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Dubstar. Indeed, we're going back to the 1997 album Goodbye, and we're up to the tune Say the Worst Thing First. It's intriguing. It suggests someone wants to hear the bad news before they hear the good news, which I'm always interested about the psychology there, the idea that the same two pieces of information, depending on the manner in which they are presented, or rather the order in which they are presented, could lead to a different psycho-emotional state, despite the fact that the input in both cases is the same. But yeah, they want to hear what's wrong, what could be a problem first, and then whatever positive benefit or whatever neutral information might be available, they'll hear that after. So yeah, it sounds like a critical juncture in relations between people, perhaps someone not being fully aware of the scope of whatever has transpired and they now want to know, but again, starting with whatever negative consequences may have accrued. So curious to hear how this will play out. Let's find out. This is Dubstar. The tune is Say the Worst Thing First, and it's from the 1997 album Goodbye. Sort of like a trance-like atmosphere. just love the tone of their songs, where it seems, that more than one of them has been about uncomfortable, if not outright emotionally sharp or painful experiences, and yet there's this light, frolicking nature to the sonics. So yeah, I enjoyed the dichotomy of that singing, and now we'll never speak again, in this light, airy tone. But it's interesting. It sounds sort of like Depeche Mode's Policy of Truth, that she may have been unfaithful in a relationship, made a point to tell him, and then now, like, there's no connection, that they're never going to speak again. And like the line, like, my face says everything, I'm curious about exactly how that fits in. Maybe, she's feeling like she should have just kept her mouth shut, which it sounds like she said, which again, it's like the idea that maybe there's some truths that, as unfortunate as they are, like, is telling them, will that cause more psychological pain. I told this story before, I'll be brief, but a long time ago, there was a time where I had a girlfriend, and then I was at a party, and a woman sort of kissed me, and it was like, in the moment, I didn't really, like, resist or push back, and then I felt really bad about it, and I told my girlfriend, who hadn't been at the party, and she was upset, but it was almost like she was more upset that I had told her. And it was like, oh, well, like, don't you know, just to, like, if it's really not going to be a thing, then you shouldn't have said anything. And like, now my whole weekend is ruined. It was like, shit, well, I was trying to do the right thing. I'm sorry. But it sounded like that's kind of what she was saying, that, like, it was just this thing, but then I said it, and now, like, forever we're broken, like, forever we'll never speak again. So I do wonder whether that's the gist or the essence of what the lyrics are doing. But as I said, it felt emotionally pained and yet sonically light and beautiful. So it's an interesting connection, and I really do enjoy the way she sings.